It's generally accepted that rugby league began in Castleford in 1926, but a Northern Union side was formed under the title of Castleford FC in the 1890s. The 1927-28 season saw Cass playing at Weldon Road, and they've been there ever since. In season 32-33, Castleford played 18 consecutive league matches without defeat. It's a club record which still stands today. They went on to win the Yorkshire League title. 2 years later, Castleford got to Wembley for the first time.
The B stripe meet Huddersfield wearing light ring dark jerseys. All Yorkshire, Northern Union rules, 13 aside, 6 forwards instead of 8, scrums instead of lineouts. When tackled, the player must get up and put the ball on the ground. And a goal, however scored, only counts 2. Castleford have never been in the final before, but Huddersfield have won 4 times. Though Huddersfield have taken the lead, Castleford take it from them with a penalty goal and a try before half-time. Then Castleford go further ahead with unconverted tries. A desperate effort by Huddersfield towards the end brings their total to 8 against the 11 of Castleford, who thus win the cup on their first appearance in the final. Atkinson, the captain, receives the trophy, and half the population of the little Yorkshire town lustily cheers the heroes of the match.
The 1938-39 team came second in the league and was narrowly beaten in the championship final by Salford in front of a world record crowd of over 69,000 at Main Road. The score, Salford 8, Castleford 6. In 1948 and 50, Castleford were beaten finalists in the Yorkshire Cup. Then followed the bleak 50s. But in the mid-60s, they won the BBC Floodlit Trophy 3 years in succession in 1965, 6 and 7. And here we see the Castleford team holding aloft their captain Alan Hardesty after their first win over St Helens at Knowsley Road in 1965. They won that night in front of a crowd of 11,500, 4-0. In 1966 they beat Swinton 7-2 and then Lee 8-5 at Headingley. A season later, Derek Rocky Turner arrived as coach, and he's pictured here. In 1968, Cass lost their third Yorkshire Cup final, beaten 20-11 by Leeds. But in the Challenge Cup, they disposed of Hunslet, Wigan and Leeds on the way, and met fancied Wakefield in the semi-final.
Joe Manley is the referee, and Warrington is sorting his pack out. Bonner, Cumbrian to put in, and again Castleford get the ball. Hardesty trying to find the overlap, and this could be it. This could be a try for Castleford. A try to Briggs on the right wing, the first try of the match for Castleford against 2 to Wakefield, and it will be an inspiration for them. Don't let us down. Brings the cup to our hometown. We've got points from Castleford. We've got Wrexham kicking the shot at goal. And it's a tremendous job if he kicks it. I would doubt it, but if he does, it's a tremendous shot. And it's a tremendous shot! It's a tremendous shot in anybody's language. Wakefield won the cup in 1946 with a very late goal. Kicked by Stark, and Wrexham do it for Castleford. It's taking a long time, but he needs the 2 points. He's kicked well so far. He's kicked well now with the goal! But his inspiration means a lot to them. Hardesty under the post! Hardesty under the post for a sensational try! He's been waiting 80 minutes and a half for that. 80 minutes and a half for that. Well. Just look at this. The only thing that these fellas don't want to do, what they don't want to do, is to keep on that field if the referee were to call the match off. Hurt. Redfern 14 points to 10. And Redfern gives the ball to the Castleford fans as it goes over Joe Manley. He's not going to blow the whistle till he gets the ball, but he's not got the ball. So the whistle has gone for Castleford for the first time since 1935 when they won the cup. Now go back for the first time to Wembley in this Battle of the Road.
Jubilation for Castleford and their supporters at Headingley. So now it was on to Wembley to meet Salford.
Castleford, the shoestring side from Yorkshire, against a Lancashire team who never spare the brass when it comes to buying new players. And Salford opened the score with a penalty goal from Ron Hill. Castleford's teamwork is famous, but this attempt at retaliation is foiled. Then Keith Howe, holder of Castleford's try-scoring record, puts his team into the lead. Castleford on the offensive again, but Salford steal it from them. Another 2 points for Salford to give them the lead at the interval. Another penalty goal from Ron Hill. Castleford haven't reached Wembley since 1935, and on that occasion they won. Now history is to repeat itself. Castleford takes the lead with a superb try from Alan Hardesty. Mick Redfern completes the 5 points. All Salford scores were penalty goals, a pretty clear comment on the pattern of the game. But when they scored another, Castleford's lead was reduced to only 2 points. How the Yorkshire side fought for that final conclusive score. Then at last it came. Hartley, Ward and Hepworth combined superbly, with Hepworth going over for the try. And Castleford win 11 points to 6. The New Zealand High Commissioner presents the trophy. Alan Hardesty has appeared in 11 tests for Great Britain, but this is the moment of a lifetime.
12 months later, Cass were back at Wembley again. This time they faced Wigan.
Wigan in hoop shirt. It was only a matter of seconds before Wigan were awarded a penalty. Fullback Colin Tyler lived up to his reputation as one of our greatest goal kickers. Wigan 2 points ahead. Plenty of action as Castleford swing into attack. In spite of their size, these men really can move. Castleford soon equalised with a penalty goal taken by prop forward Mick Redfern. Now Wigan makes some breaks, but the Castleford defence is solid as a rock. A break by Castleford's second row forward, Bill Kirkbride, led to the only try of the match. Quick and accurate passing sent left wing Alan Lowndes over in the corner for another 3 points. Wigan were more than unfortunate in losing Tyler with a serious jaw injury. A substitute kicker missed an easy penalty soon afterwards. In the second half, Wigan keep up the pressure, refusing to capitulate. They tighten up on defence too and soon put paid to this Castleford break. But even with their renewed attacks, Wigan, who'd won the cup 6 times in 10 previous attempts, never looked like pulling back the deficit. Another penalty goal by Redfern made it 7-2. Castleford hung on to that lead to join the select few clubs who won the cup in successive years. Their captain, Alan Hardesty, who went off midway through the second half with a rib injury, recovered in time to receive the trophy from the Earl of Derby, president of the Rugby Football League.
The club coach, Tommy Smales, left the following December, and Alan Hardesty took over as player coach. Malcolm Reilly also left Castleford. He went down under to play for Australian club Manly, but he returned in 1974 and had immediate success. In 1986, he guided them back to Wembley again, where they beat Hull Kingston Rovers by 15 points to 14. And here, one of the club's greatest servants, John Joyner, is seen with the trophy. Castleford had now appeared in and won 4 finals: 1935, 1969, 1970 and 1986. The little Australian Jamie Sandy scored on that day, but Bob Beardmore won the Lance Todd Trophy with a try and the crucial drop goal. 15-14 hardly reflects Castleford's territorial superiority, but having reached 4 semi-finals in 5 years, losing 3 of them, the joy on the players' faces told its own story. The following day, it was time for the traditional open-top bus tour of the town. Thousands of supporters crowded onto the streets and packed the area around the Civic Centre as Castleford welcomed home their heroes. 12 months on, with Malcolm Reilly and Dave Sampson departed, Darrell van der Velde arrived from Australia, and he spent big money in bringing Lee Crooks for £150,000 from Leeds to Weldon Road. And not far behind him was international Graham Stedman, who was captured from Featherstone Rovers for another big fee. Cash then meant business, and though they reached Wembley again in 1992, they lost this time to Wigan. But revenge, they say, is sweet, and who would have predicted what was to happen when new coach John Joyner led out his men at Headingley for the 1994 Regal Trophy final. Wigan again were the opponents, and clear favourites. But sometimes favouritism counts for nothing, and Classy Cass were on their way to making history in this competition.
Tremendous overlap as Wigan move up, and they miss the man, and the fire can't take him, coming inside, and Castleford are in. Great play by Castleford, it hammered away at Wigan. Wigan under all sorts of stress again as the grubber kick comes behind the Wigan side. Are they going to be over? Wigan on the right. Keeping it alive. Nickar going for the line. Gets his pass in. And the referee gives a try right on dying minutes of this half. Nickar caused the trouble. Wigan stretched on the right. There's an awkward one underneath the Wigan post. And the ball's been dropped. And it's 4 points. Another 4 points for Castleford. Wigan. And no doubt Cass would love to get another try, and they're over! Cass go over.
It was a world-class performance, 33 points to 2 the winning margin. And Lee Crooks not only came up with a try that day, but also with the smile of the year.
And actually 6 minutes to go to half-time with the score looking at you in the face. 2 tries to Wakefield. Wakefield playing on the left with a tremendous